I know many of the people sitting in some of these sexy brands in Silicon Valley. They're struggling to recruit people too. The biggest pain point when I talk to my friends at Facebook is, oh, we're having a hard time recruiting people. Now, when I speak to people outside of Silicon Valley, they say, oh, it looks so easy for them. It's not. But you know what they do, which is different from most other places in the world where I spend time talking about recruiting? I believe organizations in Silicon Valley commit 100% to hiring the best team. It's not an extra thing on top of their business goals. This is the business goal. You have to have the best team or you have no business. And you have to have great work because people can walk across the street and change jobs and possibly earn more money very easily. It is the hottest talent market in the world. And that hotness and that competition for talent has driven creativity and innovation. And it's why I like working there. But it's not something that, other parts of the world can necessarily replicate or necessarily feel. But if you want to build a great organization, it needs to be filled with great people. And that starts with building a great company that great people want to be in. And not having recruiting be something a recruiting department does. The whole organization needs to be involved in recruiting if you really want to be world class at it. When I think about my experience recruiting thousands of people over the course of my career into Silicon Valley, into some very large enterprises, and competing against some very sexy brands like the Googles, like the Facebooks, like the Twitters, and the Apples, for example. I think one of the lessons that I've taken away from that is what really resonates for candidates today and for employees today is to work on something that has meaning and work on something that matters. I think whether or not you consider your company a sexy company or you consider your brand a sexy brand or not doesn't matter as much as can you communicate and can you build the belief in your employees and your candidates that the work you're doing is really meaningful, that it's impactful, that it matters. And building that brand is going to do more for you to recruit people than any kind of recruiting budget per se. And the way I look at this is if you want to hire the best people in the world, you need to be the place where the best people want to be. And that is not about marketing or about spin or about anything other than building an authentic experience represented by the people who are working there. There's another reality which I think is a challenge today that we don't talk about enough. And that is what skills organizations need is changing faster than ever before. Most companies today don't have a 10-year business plan. They laugh when you say, do you know what's going to happen in your industry and your company 10 years from now? No, they don't know. They don't really know 5 years from now. We see whole industries radically getting disrupted in shorter time frames than ever before. And we see companies coming from nowhere and thriving and becoming worth billions of dollars faster than ever before. So the biggest change for leaders when it comes to the talent agenda is this lack of visibility of what skills am I going to need tomorrow. Now, if you don't really know what skills you're going to need, and most organizations don't have clear line of sight to what skills they'll need in the future, I think the best way to address that is to make the workforce that you have capable of learning new things so that if the skill sets change, I don't have to go hire a whole bunch of new people. I can grow that talent from within inside, okay? And I'll give you an example. We had a situation when I was at LinkedIn where we needed a whole group of people to understand a new programming language called Python. And that's the programming language that is commonly used for cloud computing. We had 3 people in the company, or 3 or 4 that knew Python, and we needed 50. So we said, what are we going to do? There's not even 50 people in the Silicon Valley that are looking for Python jobs right now. There's very few. It was a brand new language, but we believed it was the right one. So what we did was we reverse engineered the people in our company that programmed in Python. What languages did they know before Python? What skills did they have? What organizations did they work in? And then we went and found other people that we had in the company like them and said, would you like to learn Python? We would like to teach it to you. And that is how you creatively have to work a new talent agenda today, I really believe. And that is something, in a world where you don't know what skills are needed in the future, you want a workforce that can learn. And you want to hire people that have a capacity for adapting in different environments with different things more than ever before. I think the workforce that I would want to build if I'm building an organization is one that is highly agile, it's highly capable of learning quickly and applying new things. And I think this is probably the biggest defining differentiation when we think about traditional talent and talent in the digital era. Today, we don't know what the future holds for us. We don't know what new technologies are coming. So for us to win and for us to set our organizations up for success, we need to have a team that can learn new things quickly. And that is competitive advantage today. For your talent pool to be capable of learning and for your organization to be capable of training and developing your people faster than your competition. These, I think, are the most important elements when I think about digital talent today.